Hey there guys, this is Robin Hood, and today I am bringing you a 2 versus 2 battle replay that I did with my friend Acey here in Total War Rome 2. I'm going to be playing as the Suebi, he's going to be the Arverni, and our opponents are going to be Waffle Guy, who's playing Egypt, and Levile, playing the Iceni. So, we'll go ahead and take a look at this replay. You guys will be able to see the map here in a second. And as you guys can see, a lot of terrain on the left side of the map starts to get more flat towards the right. Quite a bit of forest. We'll be deploying here in the yellow and our opponents in the red. You can see the Egyptian army on the right, my army on the left. I've got 4 of these noble riders, I believe. Is what they're called. Noble riders or heroic riders, something like that. We'll see when we get into the game. I'm mixing up some of the names of the barbarian faction, but you can see my opponent's got a ton of different units here. The elephants, what looks to be Ptolemaic cavalry, some swordsmen. I don't believe those men are Galatian royal guard, but they could be. Then thorax swordsmen. But anyways, now we can look at my army. So I was right, it is noble riders here. There these guys are. So I've got 3 of them on my right flank. Up front I've got 2 Wadanan spears, and I believe I have 1 in the middle there. And that's that. I have 3 of those guys total. I've also got a Germanic slinger unit, 2 of those. I've got another noble rider as my general unit. And what seems to be 5 sword masters and a berserker unit out here. So there those guys are with the wolf heads. Moving forward, you can see my army marching out there. Really quickly what we're doing, I'm going to be taking a position kind of in these woods along here, as both of our opponents are moving down into this flat ground at the bottom. So my ally Acey here, he has several Celtic slingers up front, 4 of them total. And for his infantry corps, he's got some naked warriors on this flank. These guys, obviously very lightly armored, but very quick and decently lethal in combat as long as they're getting flanking attacks and such. That's their thing. Flanking attacks, more stealth gameplay with them. Then he's got 3 spear warrior units in the back, and for his main infantry corps, he's got several oath sworn. Seems to be 6 of them total, 1 of which is his general unit. Then he's got some heavy horse there, and 2 more heavy horse in the back here in the woods. So our opponents, you can see my opponent here, those were in fact Galatian Royal Guard that he brought. So he has several of them intermixed with thorax swordsmen. It looks like 4 Galatian Royal Guard and 4 thorax swordsmen there. So there's that entire line there. You guys can see the Galatian Royal Guard are actually the bigger, heavier units. Looks like they're taller than those guys as well. Off on his left, he's got his cavalry corps, the 4 Ptolemaic cavalry there, backed up by 4 heroic riders, which are actually the Iceni there. And then he's got his 2 African war elephants on the right flank, and the rest of the Iceni army is these Druidic nobles. There's those guys. They look fairly mean there in their white cloaks. And then these chosen spear band, 3 of them. He had 3 of the Druidic nobles and 4 chosen sword band, and you guys already saw his cavalry. So you can see, like I said, I've kind of taken a line here. We have a slight uphill, at least at this point, so if they were to attack us, that would be a good position for us. Yet they are moving down there, and they are showing no intention to attack at the moment. So here's the view from my lines. You can see the cavalry lined up in the back with some spearmen off on the right. I'm going to move my guys forward here. There goes my cavalry. Sun in the background, and there's a bird. It's a bird, guys. That is of severe strategic importance. Not really. So out here on this flank, these Ptolemaic cavalry are just trying to work their way more towards my right, and at this point in time, the Egyptian player is going to be really aggressive here with all of these infantry, and my slings are going to start firing in on these guys. We'll take a look at them from their charging point of view. Here comes some of the volleys from my slinger. I don't think we've dropped anyone yet. It does not seem. Still slinging into the mix, but no casualties. At least not here. Maybe this volley will get someone. Some of my men taking casualties, though, as these men throw their spears and charge into the battle here. So my men are hidden in the trees, and now we're going to charge back down, and the engagement is going to start along this line. You can see all of these guys clashing here as my sword masters go in against this force. And right now, this battle is actually against me at the moment, because he's got 2 units to every one of mine, except for on this lefternmost flank. So I'm moving Wadanan's spears around. Also, the Ptolemaic cavalry are coming in on the flank. I caught this unit with one of my Wadanan's spears units. You can see them ripping those guys off their horses there. And over here it is a cavalry fight where Acey and I are using spears and cavalry to pretty much destroy these Ptolemaic cavalry there. And these elephants are starting to move over. I swung 1 cav unit around. Gonna do a hammer and anvil on this unit, and over here I took my berserkers around the flank and hit this unit in the back. And berserkers in the flank is not something you want to see. Very tough unit. You can see that guy just getting decapitated there very violently. So very quickly, with some rear charges and the like, we are going to rout the majority of the Egyptian army. Over here you can see some of the Iceni troops being aggressive towards Acey now, who is shuffling his skirmishers back behind his lines as these guys draw forward. They're going to start to withdraw, not wanting to engage there. I've engaged some of those men down here with my berserkers and sword masters. We'll watch these 2 guys fight it out, see who wins this contest here. Oh, my guy's going to win that one. Poor soul, down he goes. So, strategic map here. You can see I've blown a hole through the middle of the enemy line. They've still got some units holding there. Backup cavalry and sword units over here. The Druidic nobles, once again. There those guys are. That cavalry's still back there. These elephants here are what's causing me a problem. I've got my spearmen in the mix with them. Good unit to fight them, but once again, it is elephants, so you can see my men are going to take losses, but we're going to try to bring these guys down. And like I said, it is 2 elephant units, but with the rest of my army doing so well so far on the battlefield, I am going to leave it to my spears to hopefully take these guys down. And as you can see, they are starting to do just that, starting to move on these elephants and drop them. There's that combat, those guys going on. And here comes some of Acey's swordsmen to help here. So that's going to end that fight there. My army's now moving on to the flank here. Acey's cavalry's running around, as well as mine, which did not take heavy losses at all. So we're going to move around and try to engage these heroic riders. Meanwhile, you can see my slingers firing into the flank of this unit here. Some of these guys getting taken out, and now Acey is charging the front here. As you can see, these guys bracing for a charge. And there comes the Oath Sworn into their midst, with some of my sword masters coming in on the flank there. And that is not going to be pretty. Druidic nobles trying to save that fight. Some of my men here have charged into the flank, and we're going to just completely wrap around this cavalry here. Over here, some of my Wadanan spears taking a volley as they get charged by Chosen Spear Band. That's going to be a pretty even fight. All of these Oathsworn here, though, are going to easily push through this very weak center now of the Iceni. And there comes my sword masters once again. Whoops, that is not at all the unit I selected to zoom in on, but hey, we get to look at a cavalry massacre You can see here we've got these guys completely surrounded. Look at that right there. So this cavalry mosh pit is going to quickly disintegrate. And over here, these nobles here fighting some of my sword masters who it seems are moving off somewhere. They're actually going to rout. Very depleted unit there. And at this point, look at this mass charge into the rear of these chosen spear band. And that's pretty much going to end the battle. There's really nothing else left. Those guys are going to rout, and that is going to be a victory for us. So once again, good game to my opponents. This replay is actually like 2 weeks old since I've been casting all of the battles for the subscriber tournament. I don't know if this replay is going to end. Come on now. We'll see if anyone's dying at this point in time. These guys are just kind of chilling out. Oh, there we go. So I don't think it's going to show the stats. No, it's not. On the newer replays, it does show the statistics of the battle afterwards, but sadly I don't have them for that. So once again, good game to Waffle Guy and Lavale there. And I have 2 more battles to show you guys that will be coming soon. Also, semifinals for the tournament. Those rounds were completed. I just have to download the replay files and cast them, so expect that soon. Otherwise, guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time with more. This is Robin Hood, signing out.